that the entire purpose of affirmative action set aside civil rights laws that limit constitutional rights to freedom of contract, freedom of association, all of that was to make up for the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow. So unless these benefits are going to, roughly defined, foundational Black Americans, the descendants of American slaves, you've taken away the whole purpose of this. So to make the point that Kamala isn't a foundational Black American, I'm always pointing to, unless these benefits are going to, roughly defined, foundational Black Americans, the descendants of American slaves.
African Americans built this nation. We built this nation. You're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger than you were given credit for. Does that make sense?
That show me subscribe.
Make no mistake, we're the only black people in y'all that only eat rat, eat cat people. You ain't black, you ain't that. Matter of fact, your black is repo, I'm taking it back. Cause y'all making it whack, faking jacks y'all from the slave, raiding the tax. Bitch. We built the foundation, our innovations were groundbreaking. Y'all ain't wanna get down, now you around, hating, faking. With the linear in and out, the ground shaking. Someone say, FBI, we don't run away. We stay, we slay, we pray, we say, Someone say, FBI, we don't run away. We stay, we slay, we pray, we say, mistake, we're the only black people and y'all the only eat rat, eat cat people. You ain't black, you ain't that. Matter of fact, your black is repo, I'm taking it back. Cause y'all making it whack, faking jacks y'all from the slave, raiding the tax. Breaks, pause, pause. We built the foundation, our innovations were groundbreaking. Y'all ain't wanna get down, now you around, hating, faking, wiggling and eating, now the ground shaking. Someone say, FBA, we don't run away. We stay, we slay, we pray, we say, Someone say, FBA, we don't run away. We stay, we slay, we pray, we say,
As a therapist myself, I know how important it is to be able to have someone that you can talk to about your problems, to bounce ideas off of, process your traumas and your stressors, especially when life.
Family. I'm starting off hour and a half later than what I would like to. So whoever's here is here. You dig? No big deal. I mean, it ain't like I'm going to talk after 12 a.m. anyway, but I appreciate everybody here. And we got a super chat, an early super chat from Let's Get It 004. I love it. FBA hashtag facts. Appreciate the love. And most importantly, I appreciate the value. So when a super chat is sent, family, that is people are valuing the content. So that is beyond loving and liking. When you put your money behind something, that means you think that thing, you want it, okay? You want it to fly. Okay, that means you want it to fly. However you look at it, y'all need to watch, turn it down. Y'all need to watch, turn it down, don't do that. Yeah, y'all need to watch Shark Tank, man. Investors, when they put their money behind something, that means they have an invested interest. So I'm a guy who reads a bunch of financial books, like I already know people rock. Hey, don't do that. Turn that down, man. I just turned it down. You gonna turn it back up? Don't do that. Don't touch that. Yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, I am a reader. I'm a real reader. I ain't gotta hold up books. When I talk, that is the book. And I dare anybody to come behind me and say I'm wrong. All right. Okay. Hi. Yeah, I know I throw that link and phone number out there in a second. I ain't got to hold up books. People who hold up books, they didn't read the book. They're trying to convince you they're smart by holding up a book. But when they talk, you don't hear a book come from their mouth. Right. I talked earlier, y'all was here. I was in Walmart walking around. Ain't no computer, ain't no, I'm just walking and talking, cooking people. When that young dude came in and was spewing his anti-FBA stuff, even when I talked to revenue, both of them, I was walking. Okay. So what I had to say was off the top of the head. That was no book. I ain't had to hold up a book. Never trust people who hold up books to try to convince you that they're smart. You should hear their intelligence, right? When they talk, you should already think that sounds like a book. Okay. I ain't got to convince y'all. Like I can show y'all books. Y'all want to see books? I can show y'all books. I can show you a bunch of books. But anyway, back to financial. When you read financial books, you're dealing with investments and investors. When investors put their money behind something, they want it to fly. They don't want it to fail. They don't want it to be stagnant. They want it to fly. So when Let's Get It and whoever else be keep send super chats and cash apps, that means y'all want the channel to fly, not be stagnant, not be okay, not stay where it's at. That means y'all want the channel to, if we got 14 watchers right now, y'all want it to be 28, 32. You dig? 36. Y'all want it to keep doubling. All right? Because you're putting your money behind it. You're like, yo, this got to be successful. And when you put your money behind something, I better deliver. You dig? So everybody who send cash apps and super chats, you're saying unbiased, Ron, it's on you now. We're basically financing your channel. We're sponsoring your channel. So it better produce results. You dig? Like y'all want to see the thumbnails. Y'all want to see, like you said, I'm talking on the microphone now. This is due to super chats and donations. Y'all used to complain about a month and a half about my audio sucked. Y'all ain't say nothing since, right? So yes, I'm putting the super chats and the cash apps to work. Y'all see, I got a paid version of Chat GPT. Okay. I got premium YouTube. Just now it went to commercial, but that is not unbiased. Unbiased Ron is premium. That's a monthly subscription. I got Photoshop. Let me show y'all something, man. But for y'all who think it's a game, Photoshop ain't free. All right. Let me show y'all something, man. Let y'all know where super chats and all that stuff is going. That shit ain't going into no materialistic stuff. Okay, that shit going back to the channel. So what you see right now, that's Photoshop. Let me put this in the screen. Hey, lay down over there. Okay, look, that's Photoshop. This is a paid version. Watch this. Edit designer. You can't do this on no free stuff. This is paid. You dig? This is where your super chats is going. See? Now I can edit this. I can edit this. All right. So I'm letting y'all know y'all investments in the channel. I don't look at it as donations, right? I look at it as investments. So when y'all send a super chat, y'all are investing in the channel. Okay, as you can see, the commercial was, hold on, we got some bullshit going on. I want y'all to see what's going on here. Shit. The fuck, man. Okay. This is FBA News and Updates. You see? That's FBA News and Update. Now watch this. That ain't premium. This is my premium channel. unbiased Ron. So this is commercial free, family. Okay, watch this. See, premium. So when y'all send super chats, when y'all send cash apps, before that even touch my pocket to buy food or whatever, coffee, that thing is paying for that stuff first and foremost. So when people send super chats, that ain't going to some foolishness. That's going to making this channel better. Okay, that's why we have the views we have. You feel me? You see 250 people here, and just 2 months ago it was 30 people. That's because y'all donations, financial donations, and y'all just the love donations, the free unfinancial donations, liking the video. So liking the video, attending, and super chats, cash apps is why the channel is growing like it is exponentially. Okay, so everybody can't send a super chat. So just like the video. You dig? Everybody can't send a cash app. So attend when I'm live as much as you can. I'm not saying every time because sometimes there's other live content that's better than mine. Go there. I'm not emotional. I'm good. You dig? I ain't got no ego like that. But the best you can do it because you're gonna see me. Eventually, this channel is gonna be big. As long as everybody's consistent, this channel is gonna be big. And we're gonna be competing with the math hoppers and the DJ academics and people like that. You dig? I might even have new more. You know what I mean? The support keep growing. Y'all keep liking, y'all keep attending. We might have a math hopper interview where he got to explain why he was silent when Fat Joe disrespected Foundation Black Americans. You dig? That might happen on some Vlad shit. I'll be the Black Vlad. Like, yo, man, why you were well, no. I hear what you're saying, but I disagree because what about A, B, and C? You know, Charleston White's for sale. He ain't got no morality, no morals. We pay him. He over here now. Yeah, when you said FBA, bro, and you dissed them, what do you really mean? And give him heavy pushback. That's the goal. The goal is to be big enough because Tariq Nasheed, he's an OG, but he's past the stage of interviewing people. That's not his thing. Even Jason Black, that's not his thing. That's my thing. I want to interact with our critics and our haters. I want Roland Martin over here. You know what I'm saying? Amanda Sills. I want the smoke. I want the tough criticism because I believe I researched enough where I can handle all that stuff. Revenue is not successful over here. He get cooked every time. He's more successful on Tariq Nasheed. He gets more. He gets away with more stuff over there. When he comes over here, he's a fool and a baby and a student. And so is Tethered Dream. That's why he keeps talking and won't shut up on purpose, so I could throw him off. You dig? Yeah, I'm a different researcher. I have a different conclusion because we're 43 million deep, right? We're not going to agree on certain shit. Tariq Nasheed, he argues global white supremacy. I don't. I only argue national white supremacy. Sudanese people got to hold their own fucking nuts and defend themselves. I'm not proving white supremacy for the Sudanese people, the Myron class. I'm not proving white supremacy in Nigeria for the Nigerian coons. Y'all prove that shit yourself. I don't argue for global white supremacy. That's Tariq shit. That's not my shit. I argue for national American white supremacy. That's it. That's it. I give a goddamn if white supremacy is somewhere else. Y'all gotta fight. You did, because we don't run away. We stay, we slay, we pray. Hey, y'all defend y'all hold your own nuts. We're holding ours. You dig? So that's how I look at life. Nah, I don't do the elder shit. Some folks do. I don't, I ain't mad at you, Tupac, but ain't nobody my elder. And again, we were taught to respect our elders. To me, what's understood don't got to be explained. You did, because our quote unquote elders did not call themselves elders. So when we were told to respect our elders, nobody actually called himself an elder. That was just already understood who's an elder and who's not. So for these Pan-Africanists to take on the term elder assign themselves the label elder, that's off code. That's not Black American culture. I don't recall my grandmother saying she's an elder, my great grandmother. I don't recall none of that shit. Y'all let me know if that was in your lineage, but that was not in mine. It was already understood, so it had to be explained. No labels, no nothing. Elder was an elder, and you better know who's an elder and who's not. Okay, that was some intuition type shit. It could even be spiritual, some majora spiritual, however you want to call it. We had to discern for ourselves who was an elder and who was not, because when they said respect the elders, don't disrespect them, man, you better know who was and who wasn't, because that was a switch waiting on you. You feel me? But again, what's already understood don't need to be explained, and no labels got to be assigned. Elders was already understood. All right. So that's my take on that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can get with that or not, but that's just how I look at it. So I have a difference in outlook than other FBAs. It's okay. I'm proving there's no monolith. Right? We're not a monolith. I'm proving that. I'm saying I don't agree with everything we talk about. Now, I didn't close something out by mistake. But I'll check my history. Okay. So the dude Frank Zanu been on fire lately. He's been trending. I'm so glad to be the first to do a reaction to Frank Zanu. Then everybody else, Tariq, Afro-Lee, everybody else was coming afterwards. But sometimes it's cool to be the first one, because I'm always the last one, or what I mean. I'm never the first one, so I like to pat myself on the back when I'm the first one. But the verdict, even though he did the culture shit for us, I'm not quick to throw him in the trash. You dig? Because he's still, for me, the verdict on him is still up in the air. Because he will criticize Africa like nobody else. He'll criticize the Haitian Revolution like nobody else. So when he came our way, he was clearly wrong. So I'll just say, when he speaks on our business, he's not accurate. He's wrong. But when he talks about Mother Africa, that they call it, he be cooking. Case in point, check this out.
There are only two types of countries on earth: industrialized countries and non-industrialized countries. So if I tell you, Ghanaian Africans, your people are underdeveloped, Ghanaians are underdeveloped, would you accept it? How about you?
No.
And how can a place, there's no place, you can't have a country without people. So how did you call the country itself underdeveloped, yet claim that the people who live in it are developed?
It's because of the infrastructure.
No, but what I'm saying is, if the people were developed, shouldn't they build what they're supposed to build?
Right.
But it's the resources as well, the lack of resources.
What resources do you lack? See, the comparison is when...
What resources you lack? You see, you can't have it both ways. You can't say Africa have all the resources, therefore the Western powers or the Western countries won't be shit without Africa, but then say Africa don't have resources. Like, yo, what are we doing? Family, can y'all catch that? Is that hard to catch? In one side of your mouth, you can't say Africa have all the resources. And then when you're called on it, you say they have no resources. So he checked them. And now all of a sudden, Africa have no resources. Yo, these guys don't stand on no business.
You began to know that your country, the 4-pillar foundation required in any developed industrialized country, no black country has it. Those are, you know what is WASP? W-A-S-P.
Oh, yeah,
White,
that is.
the race, Anglo-Saxon, the ethnicity, Protestants, the religion, and their history.
So is it when they came to colonize our continent? And
no, that is a 4-pillar foundation. Japanese, the language, the ethnicity, they're Japanese, the history, they are Meiji.
And their religion.
Their religion. English are Anglicans, they're WASP. They are formerly a Germanic tribe that occupy what we call now the UK or the English land, England. China, you see it, even though you have pockets of different tribes, they all speak Mandarin, they're all from the Ming dynasty, they all share the same religion and the same history. Let me ask you, who is a Nigerian?
I would say someone who's born there, or someone who's parents are from there or raised
So
there.
what is Nigerian culture?
It varies
There's
because
nothing.
in
So the
Nigeria,
answer is there's no such thing.
Yeah. See, I already knew that. That's why I cook revenue on. He kept calling us African. Like, yo, what is an African? What is the African flag? What's the African language? What's the African dish? What is the African culture? He's stuck because he's stupid. He don't want to just concede. He's like, you know, you're right. I'm biased, Ron. I never seen it like that. There is no African. There's people that live in that continent, but they are from a region. They're from a country, and within that country, they are tribes. They worship, they cook, they believe. Their culture is separate from the next tribe. That's all he had to say. But the dude is so disingenuous, he can't follow logic because he know he's cooked. So he just said, "What is a Nigerian?" And I just said, "There's no Nigerian. There's Nigerian, just a landmass, and everybody agrees to that term. But they're really just tribes. They're different tribes who just call themselves Nigerian as a universal type of identity, but they understand that different tribes are separate from each other. So a Yoruba doesn't consider himself a Fulani. You feel me? Igbo don't consider themselves Fulani or Yoruba. They feel like they're different. Although they're all Nigerian, they feel like they're different from each other. That's called delineation. All right. But they say when we do it, we're wrong and divisive. But the Nigerians, Igbos, and Fulani have always done it. And that's called Pan-Africanism somehow. But let's go on.
What do Nigerians speak?
Multiple
CRT is critical race theory. I know a lot about that. Let me know what you need, okay, about CRT. I know a lot about that. You can call in, and I on the fly, I could go there. CRT. CRT is something that Charlie Kirk and Louder Crowder is butthurt about. All right, I know a lot about critical race theory. I know a lot about that, brother. Okay, I'm a real researcher who retains what I read on the fly.
There's no such thing. What is the sense of value of Nigeria as a culture? There's no such thing. What is the history of Nigeria? There is no such thing unless
1901?
You start from 1960 when we gained independence.
So are you
Actually, it started from 1901, but 1960 when they gained their independence. But it was named Nigeria in 1901.
saying like it's the people's fault that we're not like
Look. See, they don't want no. It's the people's fault that we don't have no. But then they'll say it's our fault for systemic racism. Yo, these are piece of shit people. I'm telling you, Africans, not all, but too many of them. Okay, and the too many of them outweigh the ones who are rioters. So I'm good on Africa. I'm good. I can lend an olive branch to the Caribbean and Haiti, but the continent of Africa, I'll take a rain check. We will revisit them in 10 years. But right now, I'm good. Like they are too white supremacist minded. I'm good. I'm not taking no chances with them.
developing even.
Let me ask you, the 63 black countries in the world, do you know any black country where the people who live in it founded it? By founding, I mean a group of people like the Yoruba Kingdom.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer this question. No, the white supremacists which I know, 'cause I study a lot of these countries, right? It was the white people who made all of the tribes into Nigeria one. It was white people' idea to unify the Caribbean island. See, family, I know this shit, right? It don't always come out because these folks will be on my level to come out. So I'm at a base level with these fools. But if I ever talk to a knowledgeable, educated Caribbean, you'll see what I really know. And yes, it was the white man, it was the British man to unite the islands. They didn't unite themselves. It was the British idea for those folks to unite, which is known as the West Indies Confederation. That was the British idea for them all to get together and call themselves one thing and be under that one umbrella. Cultures, values, identity, dishes. That was the British idea. And the British was supposed to fund it. Nigeria, case in point, same thing. All these tribes, Nigeria said, nah, fuck all those tribes, y'all all Nigerian. And the same thing happened in Rwanda and with the Hutus and Tutsis. Y'all all Rwandians, y'all all Burundians, you dig? White people. White people wasn't with that cult, that tribal shit. They said, nah, fuck all that. Y'all all the same shit, get to work. So what he's saying is accurate. That's why, like, for him, I'm not ready to throw him in the trash because he disrespected us. He just don't know our shit. And we cooked him. We cooked him. He wanted to go viral. We made him viral. But outside of our business, he's usually pretty good. Okay.
moving around and came upon a land that is fertile, has what they want, and they settled there. Even if they have to kill the indigenous and steal their women, they did, and they made it into a republic. Is there such a thing on earth? A place, a country, where the blacks who live in it were the ones who founded it. No black country on earth will become industrialized. There are only two types of countries on earth. Industrial.
All right, so that was it right there. I feel like he was really spitting some facts. Let me read some of your comments. Let me see what y'all on. So bro says, okay, so I don't respond to responses, so that's between y'all two. So bro respond to YouTube Mastery. I'm gonna stay out of that because FBA business. But Zen, hey, you should be laying down, my man. Okay, so go there and lay down and get your cartoons and turn it down. I'm ready to take it. Okay, so Zan says some what that happened later on. I don't know what English you're reading right there, but you said we different for Zan said, do you want the phone number or the Zoom link? Because I don't really know what you're talking about so far, but I am just catching up late, so it could be me. YouTube Mastery says that they would sustain their African husband so he keeps the coupe or apartment and her FBA ass got to go. I seen it happen many times. And okay, so you already was responding to somebody. I got you. I'm Southern Breeze says selling slaves. That's their culture. Their African culture is selling slaves. Like I said, CRT is critical race theory. What you want to know about it? I never been to Africa and I don't plan on ever going. Al Medspa says there are elders and there are olders. Do not get them twisted. All right. Well, I respect that Al Medspa, but I don't understand what an elder is because, like I said, I grew up on what's already understood. Don't need to be explained. But brother, for you, if you want to just explain to us what an elder is, I'm all ears, brother. Just ask for the link or phone number. Don't be shy. I'm not going to debate you, but I might have a question. All right. But I would love to understand what an elder is. All right. So far, when people came on the panel, nobody can actually explain it. All right. Especially when I push back with questions, they usually get lost. But I would love to know what an elder is because I don't think that exists. Give last. He said, makes sense. They don't even believe is happening. So I feel you. Yeah, hold your own. Let's get it says. And YouTube Mastery says all of them have to hold their own nuts, aka freedom train. Yeah, we ain't caping for none of them, man. We ain't trying to build shit with them. FBA combo piece. Willie Joe Jesus says FBA was good. Willie Joe Jesus, I'm gonna give you a moderation status. Like the video and click the notification bell. All right, we'll be live in the morning and we'll be lit. Claude saying damn, peace to you. Breeze Omega, Satchel, Ohio. You dig? All right, so let's continue with the show. So the question is, this is the question. The question is, let me put that in the chat because y'all might even get it. The question, so let me explain the question first before I make a poll. The question is Umar Johnson the Trump of Pan-Africanism? So what I mean is Trump came into the Republican Party and went crazy and dominated it and assumed leadership, even established MAGA. So not only is he part of the Republican Party, he's saying, I'm something different than y'all. I got MAGA rocking with me. So did Umar do that with Pan-Africanism? Did he come in there and just wreck shop? Did he just say, hey man, this is my shit? And matter of fact, I got this. I got Papa. I got King Kong Concert. That's his MAGA. I got Papa is his MAGA. And did he, as a result, did he just take over the Republican Party? Will Donald Trump go down as like the best Republican president ever? Will Dr. Umar go down from his antics as the best Pan-Africanist leader ever, or maybe he's second behind Garvey. So it's either him, he's either one or two. So let's omit Garvey. Outside of Garvey, would Umar Johnson be arguably the best leaders? Let's say this, the best leader since Garvey to represent Pan-Africanism. That's a better question. As long as hell. Okay. So says I was talking about the Caribbean coming. Oh, I got you. He says I'm Haitian American. Okay, you know, we not against Haitians. We just, you know, anybody who speak against us, FBA domestic or foreign, we're against. Um so says I like what you teaching, y'all keep building for FBI support. All right, that's lit. You dig? I respect that. Yeah, we're not having. But what was your thing about the West Indies Federation? Okay, I would love to, because you're saying you was talking about that. Now that I know what you're talking about, what did you say about it? Let me corroborate, confirm, or reject what you had to say. So just go back. What do you have to say about the West Indies Federation? All right, so we're gonna end that right there. Okay, so that is there. So I was playing this earlier. So this was an FBA dude. This is one of those Pan-Africanist diaspora panels. And the FBA dude was cooking this sister right here. Right here. Her name is Uma. That's a disgusting name, but her name is Uma. It sounds so disgusting. But that's her name. So he was debating her, and she was very disingenuous. And that name Uma is so goddamn disgusting. I'd rather date a woman named Becky over Uma. Okay, so YouTube master. So he's still responding to bro. Zanset says, yeah, it came later when the British came to put them together. Yeah, but what about it though? Yeah, I know the history, bro. I know it lasted 4 years and it flopped. Yeah, like that's my shit. Like, no, I know that, but what about it? Like you're just preaching to the choir at this point. I know everything about that whole thing. So let me know what you think about it while I play this diaspora war.
The need that we got to go out and prove.
Wait, before I do that, what's up, John Woodard? John Woodard, what's up, my boy? FBA B1. We are one with the lineage. Let me give you your wrench. You're a moderator. Just make sure, John Woodard, you go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell. We are lit in the morning. We are late tonight, super late. Okay, we are more lit in the morning. So if you're up in the morning, you don't want to miss the morning lives. We go crazy. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, let me go here.
To Africans and Caribbeans about how much culture we got. Like, I don't give a fuck about Africans and Caribbeans. Like, I gotta prove and validate myself to y'all, bro. I'm gonna be real. It's like I got irrelevant to me. I didn't grow up around.
I'm not asking you to prove or validate anything.
No, not you.
So I got a lot of reading to do, but I won't bore y'all tonight because it is late, and I ain't gonna be on here too long. So I'm not gonna read what I got, but I got great information on the Black Panther Party. I got great information on a lot of stuff, but I'm not gonna bore y'all tonight and make y'all fall asleep. So I'm gonna hold that for the tomorrow morning live. And John Woodard, you don't want to miss the morning live, bro. It's way more lit than what you see today. But tonight, you know, is what it is. What it is. I'm late coming live. The family's still here to represent, and I'm gonna do my thing for the family who's present.
I'm just saying what you see from like some of my ethnic folk that feel the need to go out and do that. And I tell you, to be honest, I kind of be getting embarrassed. It's like, when you say, like, when you ask the question, like, do you think like do Black Americans, me personally, yeah, I do feel like, yeah, I'm better than you. Like, I always carry myself in that regard. Like, I gravitate off what my ancestors did, and my folks the shit. I don't care what nobody say. My people the best people on the planet. I don't give a fuck about Egypt the pyramids or none of that shit. My people the shit, regardless.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. So this dude, this FBA dude, I think he's young. He said he's 25, and like he is the future. Like the way he's out there repping and cooking people at 25 years of age, I gotta say I'm really impressed. And what he just said lastly, that's what we should be on. We not arguing no pyramid bullshit. What they gotta do with us? That's some African shit. That's what they did. Okay, we did something greater. We created the greatest country ever to this known world. You dig? America is way greater than any pyramid in Africa. All right, so yes, I'm with the brother. I'm not with nothing in Africa. Yeah, you built pyramids. Kudos. What is that shit doing for you? What did it? How did those pyramids help you during the 1894 Berlin Conference when the European powers decided to carve up Africa? How did those pyramids protect y'all? You see, so we're not caught up on symbolic bullshit. The pyramids, y'all did that, cool, kudos. But we built America, you dig? And that's way more impressive than those damn pyramids who could not stop the carving up of Africa. Useless. Those pyramids sat there and witnessed Africa get ransacked by a bunch of pink people.
All right, that's fair enough. So what you said that a lot of what you guys have over there is more of morals, is more of standards, right? So what would you say?
No. I'm saying some of the practices or whatever is different from y'all. Like the whole
What I'm asking is
the likes. I'm impressed with the likes. Thank you guys.
Community.
I'm very impressed with the likes.
What would you say are your morals? What would you say are your standards?
All right. So before the young dude answers, he said, "What would you see as your morals? What would you see as your standards?" These are tethered questions, bro. Our morals are simple. Don't steal, kill, lie. Don't, you know what I mean? That's it. Don't steal, kill, lie. Be honest with each other. Be open, transparent. Speak your feelings. Don't hurt each other. Like, come on, man. Just common sense shit. What's your morals? What are your standards? Nigga, regular human shit, man. How about that?
Well,
yes, so I need that. I would love for that tether to come over here. See, like I'm way bigger than those stupid ass questions. Like, what are you talking about, man? We regular human beings like everybody else, man. We don't have no different morals than the average human, bro. No stealing, no killing, no lying. Be honest. No overtaxing, no finessing, no scamming. Shit Africans do. Like, okay, our morality is whatever you guys do in Africa, we're saying that's wrong. Okay. We're saying don't do what you do in Africa. That's our morality system. That's our moral system.
For one, like when I was talking about the little whole like these, I'm gonna be real. Like I've seen a lot, like how y'all may use religion, and even when you talk about Black Americans, it has taken due to the civil rights, the Congressional Black Caucus, your L Sharptons and stuff. They did put like money before our religion and community, but it wasn't always like that at a point in time. It was a point in time where we were
my fault.
Very righteous and religious orientated, but when we allowed the government to get within like our religion and churches and stuff that we built up.
Okay, so the brother like kind of like the brother needs some help, right? So sometimes he be like straight down, and then he start doing some shit like this. Let me fast forward
for ourselves. That's when like money just took over and like we lost. Like we went churches the age about the like other groups of people. But it is what it is. I don't try to tell y'all, hey, you got this. Making my baby content.
Your age, you said you're 25. Last I checked, as far as I know, you were no slave. Pretty sure your parents were also not slaves based on the age.
When did you hear me mention?
Oh, okay. So that's a tethered talking point. You were not a slave. Your ancestors were enslaved. Okay. Are we playing that game? All right, Tether. Then stop talking about colonizers, you piece of shit, rat-eating dog. You were not colonized. Your ancestors was. So we could play that game. You're right. I was never enslaved. But guess what? You were never colonized. So let's keep going. Okay, next. Go ahead, finish what you talking about. Because all they do is blame colonization for everything. Okay, so cool. We were not enslaved. You're right. I was never enslaved. But you piece of shit, dog eating tether, you were never colonized either. So now let's continue talking. You see, then your point just fall apart.
Slaves, though.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Thank you. So let me finish so you can get where I'm coming from. And I'm still asking you a question. So I'm not even making any.
Okay, yeah. John Woodard says, our morals always revolve around the Bible. Okay. The Bible morals are pretty good. Like I can't disagree with too much shit that the Bible said to don't do. You did. I kind of agree with most of the stuff they said don't do. That's like common human sense. Oh yeah, okay, Bronze, you take it down. All right, brother. No problem, take it down. I won't be on here long anyway. Maybe another 30, 45 minutes and we out. You dig? And I'll be live tomorrow. Yeah, my live today was 11 hours this morning. You dig? So, I'm a little exhausted, but I'm gonna hold it down for a little bit. But peace to you, bro.
Assumptions. I am trying to ask you a question, but I'm just trying to lay groundwork before I do. Again, like I said, based on your age, I don't think you're a slave. I don't think your parents were slaves. Pretty sure you're far removed from,
Now
generations
this
that were
is a
slaves
tether logic
based
right
on your
here.
age. So you did say you don't believe, the reparations Black Americans get. You don't think African Americans should partake in that because obviously we're not you guys. Which that's a fair point.
Yeah, of course you're
But
not.
you do realize that
I didn't mention nothing about fucking reparations. This is what I be talking about.
So when you
Yeah,
mention
that's a good thing for the young dude to point out the straw man. It's like, yo, why are you arguing something that's not even on the table? So just admit you're putting another argument on the table, which is reparations. Just admit you're doing that out of the blue. This was not part of anybody talking point. This is something you want to talk about, but this got to go in the back burner. We got something already lit right now. That's what I would say.
Juneteenth
I didn't
scholarship.
mention anything about fucking reparations.
So when you mention Juneteenth scholarships, what is that?
That has nothing to do with fucking reparations.
Yeah,
Forget
stupid tethers.
forget the word reparations. You don't want it to
Why
get
the
any
fuck are you
benefits.
mentioning it? This be the
Bro,
goofy
don't
shit I
piss
be
me
talking
off, bro.
about.
I'm trying to ask you a question.
Dude, you do not know me. I'm from Cincinnati. I don't give a fuck about Africans. You didn't grow up around me. You're not my friends. I don't engage with you. Like, bro,
Exactly.
So
you
why are
don't
you on
want that.
this
I'm from
space
the
then?
Midwest. I'm not from the Northeast, New York, or nothing like that.
Yeah, I feel the same way, yo, dude. Like, bro, like to be honest, bro, I look at you guys as Chinese people, man. Like, really, I keep saying that. I'm consistent with it. I look at Africans like Chinese people, bro. Bro, we got nothing in common. Didn't Bobby Brown or Whitney Houston have something? Have a song called "We Have Something in Common." Well, I'm gonna remix that shit and say we have nothing in common. Shit, I might make a song called that. We got nothing in common. Like, really, man. Like, I'm with the 25-year-old brother. Like, dude, really, to be real, bro, we don't fuck with you, man. As a collective, I'm gonna just tell you right now, and y'all feel the same way. So we're good. We're even. All right. So we ain't got cosplay and fake relationships, bro. We don't fuck with y'all, man. We don't trust y'all. We don't fuck with y'all. We have no interest. You can't benefit us. It's only 400,000 of you here. We're 43 million, but we can benefit you. But your number's too small to benefit anything we're doing, bro. Just move around, bro. Just move around, but stay out of our way. All right, stay out of our way, but move around for real, for real. That's my shit with these dudes.
You on this space then if you don't want to engage.
Because Umu sent it to me. I mean, you could go back to speaker, but I didn't fucking mention reparations. I mean, listeners.
I came here to ask you a question, and I said,
okay, so don't mention fucking reparations.
And I said, forget that, bro. You're not that dumb, bro. I said, forget that. Stop being stupid with me, bro.
Don't
I'm
fucking mention reparations. Comprehend.
And I said, forget that, bro. Are you dumb? I said,
learn to
forget that.
comprehend.
Stop being stupid, bro.
You didn't have to say fucking reparations.
Stop being stupid, bro.
Cat tether.
I'm being serious. Stop being stupid. I said, forget that then. Like,
Well,
bro, I'm
why
not
you
even
bring it
trying
up,
to
though?
die on that fucking hill. I said, forget that. Let's fucking move on, bro. You're not 5. Jesus fucking Christ. Like I said, bro, forget the fucking shit, bro. You said
but why'd you bring it up? You
scholarships.
disgusting
Some Africans or
African booty
Nigerians were
scratching
getting
tether.
that, and you weren't cool with that. So I'm trying to address that. So fuck the fucking reparations. Like, is a fucking word, bro. Fuck that.
Yeah,
All right,
but you
let's
brought it
move
up though,
past that.
clown.
Let's talk about the actual premise of your statement. You don't want Africans to benefit from shit like scholarships that are supposed to be for Black Americans. So I'm trying to address that point. Can we speak on that? Stop being stupid, bro.
Wait, go ahead.
Exactly. So like I was saying, if you're saying that, my point
But
is,
you weren't saying that though.
I think Umu tried to let you see that. At the end of the day, when it comes to marginalization, I don't think it's solely a Black American thing, right? Because especially when it comes to the workplace and things like that, right? If I put my name, I know a lot of Black Americans will complain like, hey, you know, when we apply for jobs and stuff, we don't get jobs.
Yo, why the fuck we gonna care about you, my boy? And that's a projection. These tethers, yo, bro, we do not. Yo, listen, man, pump your brakes, tethers. We don't give a fuck where you get employed at, where you work at, who hired you. We do not think about you. We think about winning. You guys are fucking known to be global losers. Do you understand that? Why the fuck would we think about a loser? We think about winning. You guys think about us because you guys see us as the epitome of a Black American. We represent Africa. That's how you see us, the proper representatives of Africa. That's how you guys see us. But we don't see you at all. We don't think about you. We think y'all on some primitive shit. So we not even worried about you, bro. We think you're so obsolete and outdated. You got so much catching up to do. This is real facts. That's why we don't think about you. We don't even acknowledge you. We ain't trying to build nothing with you. We think you have too much catching up to do. Okay? That's how we really feel.
And stuff like that, right? That's why we had the whole diversity rule and all that stuff. I feel like Africans also deal with that
Exactly,
issue.
John.
So don't you think if they're putting rules and things in place to assist Black Americans, don't you think Africans should benefit from that since we get the same vitriol you believe you get?
You
That
don't
was
get
my main
you don't
point.
get no same vitriol.
Okay,
No.
so you make this about marginalization, right? The whole under the American structure, just global structure of
Yeah.
whiteness, right?
Right.
Okay, the thing is, right, this is the difference, right? And I ain't trying to be like condescending or anything, right? But at the end of the day, Africans or Caribbeans, whatever, just any group that came here to America, you willingly came. So just because you happen to be marginalized in America, for the most part, you knew what you was getting into before you came, regardless.
Now, some people were born here.
Okay, and some people could be born here, but again, their parents willingly came here.
Yeah, but it's not about the parents, it's about them.
Okay, and it's for them, the parents, to put their children, their future generations in the best position possible.
Bro. Wow.
Again, their parents knew what they were doing before they came here. They wanted access to the first world living standards, a better life, and that's what they did. So they made the decisions for their children that they're in today. And that's the same for when you talk about Black Americans, the position we're in today. Though the same generations that I talked about, the previous generations that came before us, the civil rights and the baby boomers or whatever, they put us in this position today. When you talk about slavery or whatever, I don't think you know, but when you talk about my grandparents that were born in the 1930s and 40s and 20s and stuff, their parents came directly out of slavery. Slavery ended in 1865. And then once they came out of slavery and built shit, towns and shit, all that shit got destroyed by their own government. You've never been, I don't know what you are, but you've never been bombed by your own government as well, fighting their wars. And you rebuild and rebuild multiple towns and they destroy your shit over and over again constantly. That's never happened to you, whole towns and wealthy communities. That's never happened to you.
So when white folks try to say in today's day and age, this isn't 1960, this is 2024. When white folks say Black people,
dude, the 1960s was only 60 years ago.
No, I know. I'm just trying to make I'm not. There's no data to back what I'm about to say. I'm just trying to explain something, right?
You're trying to get a reference
when white
point,
folks
bro.
say shit like, "Oh, this is 2024. Racism is not real anymore." Black folks can go to school. Black folks can get a good job. You see how that sounds, right? Because you do, and white folks say that a lot. Like, no, white Black people have a choice. You could choose to go to school, but you don't. But obviously, they don't
Yeah, you don't
realize
know
like
that though.
the environment you grew up in. Maybe you grew up in an environment where your parents were going in and out of jail. So obviously, school wasn't really an option for you. They don't take that into consideration. I feel like that's what you're doing there when you say, well, your parents made that choice. Yeah, fine. But like, I was still born here. Like, it's not like my parents leave here and then my parents made decisions. And because they made some decisions, that means whatever happens to me is not, it doesn't matter. Like, that's how I feel you sound for real. Like, I feel like what I'm saying is basically when white folks say black, like in 2024, black kids have choices. That's not an accurate
We
statement. Is my
definitely do.
point. Yeah, but that's still not
Listen,
accurate
right?
though.
Even the civil rights and the baby boom, the previous generations that laid the foundation up today to put us in the position we're in, they had choices too.
The
They
brother
had
doing
a
good. He
choice
holding down a
not
little bit.
to get involved and
He's
allow
not bad.
fucking Jewish people to fund their movements and shit. The civil rights,
Right.
that wasn't
Exactly.
black funded. They allowed Jewish people to come in, take our fucking music. We handed that shit over. We gave them that industry. We didn't tell them. We allowed them to put urban leagues and NAACP and fund all this shit. The
But should that
NAACP does
choice be
nothing
used
for us.
against
So
you as
that was
as a
our
child
choice
or
that we
descendant?
felt, and that's what I'm talking about. That's when I say I hold previous generations of my people accountable. So they choices that they made in the past, that's put us in the position of today that you see us at. So go ahead. There's repercussions for every action you take in life. So if your parents felt, hey, they wanted that you was born in America and they felt the need to have you here in an American hospital and get American citizenship, they made the choice to do that, and the actions they took is a
pause,
repercussion and
GK, hold on, just to come in here, please. Somebody told me about FBAs. I didn't know anything about FBAs until tonight. FBAs were not part of the topic. So please, if you know any foundational Black American, please, you could tag them in the comments or probably send them the link as well. You could also retweet the link as well so that they can join. This conversation has really taken a very interesting turn, and well, we will be here for it. Okay,
I do have
let's
one more
move
question,
forward.
Redford.
Hold on, guys. Chantel, go ahead. So please, if you want to speak, you can put your hand up or request the mic.
All right, so the brother was cooking. It looks like everybody else is tethers, but we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes because it's getting close to my shutdown time. So I'm trying to let probably got pictures up in the morning tomorrow after that my Umar stuff.
I was done my question if you don't mind, my Redford. I have one more question.
Finish your question so that Chantel can speak. She's had her hand up for a while.
All right, thank you. Really quickly, so like GQ, right? My second question is, you know how slaves are also taken away from African countries, right? Do you believe that actually affected African countries and their economy and socialization as well in those countries? And do you believe America as a country also, or white folks, if you want to put it that way, have to kind of, I don't want to use reparations because you died your panties in a bunch last time I said that,
Right.
Honestly, I don't really have any other words for that, but basically compensate African countries, or at least African descendants for that as well, because like Africa was affected. Does that make sense?
I understand that, but again, this speaks to the conversation we was just having. There's repercussions for the actions that put you in today. So I'm sorry, your continent willingly welcomed them people and put you in that position today. It may not have been the majority, but your past generations, your elders or whatever, made the decisions that affected you and put you in this position today. But yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not against it. Yeah, go advocate. Speak against colonization and things that happen to you, yeah, but I can't sit up here and say that y'all weren't accomplices within your own demise as well, is what I'll say.
I agree with that.
Since you've answered the question, Chantel, please go on. Chantel, are you there?
Her ass not the majority
Yeah, sure,
fucked
go
out
ahead.
her goddamn microphone.
Can anybody hear her?
No, I can't hear.
Chantel, I can't hear you. Maybe you drop back.
Nobody over
While
here
she's
is
doing
tether.
that, Sasha, please go on.
Okay. So, yeah, I just feel like some people are delusional. Like some Black Americans, not all. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yes. Okay, Sasha, please hold on. Chantel, say what
Okay.
you want to say. Should I just?
I just have one question, and I'm not even trying to like be a type of way. I'm just genuinely confused. Okay, JK, do you think you're just a dark skinned American instead of being labeled as an African American? You just think you're an American that is dark skinned, right? Just to like understand where you're coming from.
First off, okay, right. So when you hear the black, I know you think I'm talking about a skin complexion. When I say black, I'm not talking about a skin complexion. That's another thing. The word black doesn't register me skin complexion. I understand there's Indians that have the same skin complexion as me or whatever, and they may not be of African descent or consider themselves Africans or whatever. So I'm well aware that black doesn't say, hey, I'm saying I'm a dark skin complexion person in America. That's not what I'm saying when I say I'm a black American. When I think of black here in America, I think of a level of consciousness and a movement and I don't know, like a level of consciousness that my people gravitated and made strides off of. That's really my whole
Right.
concept of
So
it.
this leads me to ask, right? Where are you from? Like genuinely,
Uh,
I want to know.
I'm, ma'am, I'm from America. I'm genuinely from America.
Do you mind me? Okay, fine, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
Talk.
No, lay down. You can lay down.
All right. That's interesting. Sasha, go on,
I
please.
think he says, why are these people
okay.
always
I just
bombarding
wanted to
our
say,
pay attention with
I just feel like
questions?
a lot of people are
Stop
being
answering them. I refuse. They
they're
need
not
to
being
answer this
genuine.
same. Yeah, some of the questions are just stupid and goofy.
Yeah,
And
a lot
that's
of people
why I
are just
return
not
it
being
with a
genuine.
question I
For
believe is more
example,
important
a
than
lot of
theirs.
Black Americans they say stuff like, "Oh, okay, I feel like I'm the perfect person to talk about subject like this because like I grew up in America while being Nigerian, so like I feel like it's good. Like a lot of African Americans, not all, but like they will say stuff like, "Oh, I don't look African," or like they say stuff like, "Oh, you look African."
Ma'am, you don't want to go there. Okay, stick to African ancestry 2,000 years ago. You don't want to go with looking like African, ma'am, because I can for shit sure show my face, show a picture, Facebook profile. I look nothing like a goddamn African. Okay, so you don't want to go there. I don't know if she's going, but I don't like it. Okay, I can assure that Africans, I don't think there's one African person on this planet that will tell you I look African. So no, some of us don't look African at all. Zero. So like I said, I don't know what planet you were born on, but some of us completely don't look like a fucking African.
As an insult. So like I don't know. I feel like because like like what caused all this diaspora wars is because this guy literally said, "Oh, like Africans don't look like Black Americans."
Okay, you see, she just blamed the entire diaspora wars on a non-African, which most likely found this Black American. She said he said something, and the diaspora wars started from there. This almost cursed. She's a liar. A little more, a little more family, and we out of here. I catch you on the AM, but a little more. Thank you, God, for staying up and staying with your brother. A little more, and we out of here.
It's like in their mind, I feel like they think looking African is like dark skin, big nose, big lips. I don't.
Okay, so are you afraid of your African attributes? Yes, you're right. The average African is dark skinned with a broad nose and thick lips. Yes, that's true. What about it? Why are you rejecting that today when that's an obvious truth?
For some of us, I will admit, yes, because some of us don't really understand the nuances of the continent of Africa.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. So the 25-year-old brother, although I believe he's given a valiant effort, he's brave, he's ready to sword. sword fight, whatever. But this is like coonery because he's conceited and answering to things that's stupid. Okay, so this is just when age play a factor. It's like, dude, the way you're responding, you got to be 24, 25 years old. Okay, but anyway, let's continue. Yes, sir. YouTube mastery. Yes, sir. Peace. John Woodard says Africans have big heads with fat faces. Go back and look at those ancient head sculptures of out of West Africa. I've never seen a freedman that looks like that. Yeah, so it's like chosen 1619 piece, my boy. He said Africans look African. Yeah, so that point she made was stupid, but they will never accept an invitation to this podcast because piece of shit people like that usually just give invitations. They don't accept them. But let's try. Let's try. Stop, Yugi. I'm going fishing. I'd rather catch a. Yeah, I'm not. There's no sound. 'Cause I'm typing. I'm on there. See, I gave a little type. So yeah, I'm typing to them. I'm gonna invite anybody who agrees with the tethers onto my podcast.
Yeah, I will admit that.
Yeah, that's very true. Like a lot of people, like I remember I told this girl, I was like, "Oh, are you African?" She asked me, she's like, "Oh, do I look
Exactly. Even
African?"
those
I'm like,
filthy
"What the
colored
fuck?"
South Africans.
Like what? Like I don't. I mean, like I'm just like when like you. She looks East African. Like I thought she would be like Habisha or something. Like I don't know what it is, but it's kind of weird. But
No,
like
no,
when
it's not weird at all. So you saying this was a Black American girl or whatever that said you look
yeah, so like
African?
yeah, I
Oh,
told her I
okay.
was like yeah, I asked her, I was like, "Oh, what African country are you from?" I was like, "Are you?" I was like, "Are
Pigeons
you
sounds
African?"
bad too.
And she was like, I look African." I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck?" Like I think she thought I was trying to diss her, but like
Yes, you are. You don't
that's
don't
not
ever
like
tell an FBA
it's like
person they
I
look
don't know.
African. That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that is
That then
100%
that again goes into like how
that is 100%
some
of
of us,
this.
yeah, we do perceive like Africa or whatever, like but then again, like me personally, like I didn't go to school with Africans until like high school, but I'm gonna be real. Just phenotypically, like I don't. There are some outliers. Yeah, it's some of us that may resemble Africans or whatever, but I don't think we know there's a We can tell when you're African and when you're
Yeah,
pretty.
that's clear. Come
If
on.
you
Come
don't
on,
blend in
Roman.
pretty well, we can tell. I don't know. It's a lot of things that go into it. Maybe your aesthetic, the way you carry yourself, mannerisms. A lot of that plays a part.
No, you're right because like not a
Now
lot
we're
of
right.
people are like for example, like Nigeria, there's a lot of Igbo people that are like light skinned
Now we're
and
right.
like, they look you would think they're like Caribbean. I They look African.
Listen, man. Now we got Igbo people who look. Now we got. She said we got Igbo people who look light skinned. Oh my, that's the cake soap, man. That we
Insane.
talking
Like
about. That's
they're
the
just
cake
light
soap.
skinned. But like a lot of people will see that and be like, "Oh, they don't look African. They look,"
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? Like
No,
I've
we
heard that
don't
so
know.
many times. Like I just don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like they
you were
think
from.
Africans all look like South Sudanese people, just dark and just have big noses. Like
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
Right, right. They eat
yeah,
with their
I feel you.
hands. They're disgusting.
Jonathan Majors. Like I remember when like
Yes, yes. She's disgusting. Dude, FBA is a grift. Let's be honest. Okay, well, no, 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 no. I need that. Don't delete his comment. He said FBA is a grift. Let's be honest. Let's talk, brother. See, over here, we don't get emotional. Let me speak to him directly. I appreciate your comment. Hey, King Mago brains. We don't maggot brains. We don't get emotional because somebody disagrees with us. We invite you to a conversation because you're right. There's a lot of trolls online, and you can't really tell or discern who's a troll, who's sincere. So now let's try this. Let's give you the link. Okay? And now, if you don't call it, you don't click the link, we know you're a troll. So you said, let's be honest, FBA is a grift. Okay? Let's have that conversation peacefully. Bro, it's 11:25 p.m. Let's have a peaceful, cordial, respectful conversation, whether FBA is a grift or not. Click the link, bro. Because to make a statement like that on an FBA channel, that comes off as trolling. You dig? So because that's a strong assessment. So if you don't click the link, we gotta block you because you will understand. Like even in your circle, if an FBA come over there and say something that you perceive as crazy, outlandish, you're gonna say, "Hey, man, justify that. Speak with us directly. If not, you gotta go because that's something a troll will say." So same thing with you, bro. You made a crazy strong straight statement that we believe is ridiculous. So go ahead and just click the link. I sent it out there. Click the link. Let's have that discussion briefly because I'm ready to log off. So don't try to filibuster so I can log off because then it's like, dude, you're just trolling. That means you don't really believe that. Why you guys are scared. See, this is what we pride ourselves on. We pride ourselves on standing on business, standing on what we believe in the face of adversity and controversy. Why can't y'all have the same standards? You said something, stand on it, bro. You're on the damn computer. I don't know who you are. I can't grab you, touch you, arrest you, deport you. You're safe in your space. So just click the link and let's have a cordial, respectful conversation on FBA being a grift. And if you cannot do that, then to us, you don't believe that. You believe we're the real deal. Okay, so he says, okay, cool. And after we talk, 15 minutes, it ain't nothing more than that. And then I'm out of here. We're logging off. And then if you wanted to like have a longer extended conversation, pull up in the morning. Like I'm not the nighttime guy like that. I go live night, but it's not really my main thing. My main thing are the morning lives. So we could have like a fill out today, 15 minutes. And then if you like what you experience, then you can call in tomorrow where I'm like really up and excited for conversations. You dig? But tonight, click the link so we know you're not a troll. You stand on business, speak your piece, be respectful of time. Don't try to be long winded on purpose. Talk for about 45 seconds and stop. Then I respond for 45 seconds and you go again. See, we're sharing the microphone. So I'm gonna wait for him to click the link. If he doesn't, we're gonna just end the live on a good note. But I would rather for them to click the link because they always say things like that and then they don't stand on it. It's like, that's why nobody believe you. It's like you don't even stand on what you believe and what you said.
Everybody, like people were saying, oh, the reason why you guys don't like Jonathan Majors is because he has he has African features. I'm like, what's African about his features? Like
Who said that? They said as Africans y'all don't like Jonathan Majors, or is this a Black American?
No, they said that Jonathan Majors, he looks African.
Okay.
He has African features.
Cool. We got the brother or sister on. I don't know, brother, sister. I don't know, but we are gonna have a they pulled up. Great. I'm happy for them. So they're getting there. Okay, so unmute yourself in about 15, 20 minutes, and that's it. Then I'm out. So you go under the name Pombo. Okay, go ahead, man. Share with us what you believe about FBA. Well, I mean, you ain't gonna be long-winded. We're gonna have a dialogue, you dig? So you don't go for 20 minutes and stop. You go for, like I said, 45 seconds, and then let me respond and back and forth. So unmute your microphone so we can have that cordial, respectful dialogue. And sometimes these dialogues end and we agree to disagree. So I'm not intimidated to disagree. It's okay. We don't gotta agree. But you gotta unmute your microphone to have this dialogue. Okay, he says send the link again. Oh my God. Here's the link again. Here's the link again. Right there. That's the link. Yes, I'm trying to get you up and ready to speak so I can get off and go to bed. The longer you take, I'm missing sleep. Cause I gotta get up. The holy FBA Codex TV1. Are you going live tonight? Cause I'm getting off here. Once his brother or sister dialogue with me, I'm out of here. So if y'all up, y'all can go right to the FBA Codex TV1. I'm usually in the bed by 10 o'clock, really. I'm not a late guy at all like that. So ideally, I would rather start my live at 8 p.m., 7:30, and then get off by 10:30 the latest. But I'm more of a morning person. Yeah. So the FBA code is okay. So FBA, put your link in the chat so they could tune in with you. And that's it. I'm out of here. Once the brother or sister, whoever they are, once they mute themselves, they said send the link again. I sent the link again, and we're like in limbo land right now. I said, let me play some of the video until they're ready.
Like they're like the reason why people don't find him attractive is because he.
Wait, what was that? Ready? Okay, it's still on mute still.
Something you can't.
I mean, he got with my first crush, Gabrielle Union. So I don't know what the hell they talking about. I mean, Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, so click the Holy FBA
what's her
Codex
name?
TV
That's my
link.
baby. That's my
Subscribe.
first crush.
What I'm
Tune in
saying
to
is
his
that like
live.
he doesn't look Afrocentric. Like people, like their mindset on
I
what like African
mean, it's
supposed to
clear.
look
Y'all
like.
could tell by my language. I'm like really tired. Like there's no doubt about that. You can tell the way I'm talking. I'm like dragging words. It's clear. I'm sleepy. But I want to talk to Pombo. You dig? Before I go to bed. And Pombo's on the panel. He's on mute. He said, "Okay, wait. Let me fix that. Let me fix that problem for you, brother. Watch this. I'm gonna send you the phone number and replace. You see how we do that? So you actually just could call in. So you don't gotta use the link like that, the computer link. We have an alternative. That's why I love Zoom. That's why I don't do StreamYard. I like the phone number attribute. You dig? Because when I'm traveling, I like to call in. It's like less on my battery. But if you use your StreamYard link and you call in and you're walking or traveling, you dig, your battery is gonna go bye-bye. But when you call in, that's like a regular phone call. That's my secret. That's why I love Zoom. So there you go, Pambo Kelly. I put the phone number in the chat. That's the other option. Just call in and you won't have those Zoom link problems. Trust me. So that's the phone number. Call in and you should be here. It's 11:34. You should be in here by 11:36. There should be no excuses why you're not here in 2 minutes. play the video until you get that right.
It's kind of like I don't know. People were like, "Oh, that's African features." I'm like, "What? That's not like, bro. Like, if you were to go to Nigeria, not people don't be look. They don't look like that. Like, I don't know.
Oh boy.
I
So,
mean,
so
Because the
you
cake
saying
so
they don't look like Jonathan Majors, or just his
I
features?
mean, what I'm trying to say is that people were saying, "Oh, like Jonathan Majors has African
brother,
features, like Afrocentric
the
features."
meeting
Like, what
ID
does
is
that
on the
mean?
it says
Like,
Yeah,
meeting.
that's
yeah. And I'm
I'm
glad
kind
you
of confused.
mentioned that
It
because
says
like that
meeting.
whole
I'll copy and
African
paste.
features, like I said, like
But
it's
it
a lot of
literally says
I don't really
meeting
know the people you
under the phone
referring
number.
to, but I said it's a lot of nuance.
There you go,
The
right
thing
there.
is, right, when you talk about the continent of Africa, right, the modern day or exception of it, this is a revamp compared to like we've had scholars like when you talk about
That I just pasted meeting ID right there, brother. Go
not
ahead and click it.
W.E.B. but
Type that in
Booker
there.
T
It'll work.
and Frederick Douglass, they really understood and knew like and Martin Delany, they understood. These were like your real first Pan-African scholars. They understood the nuances of the continent of Africa and how Africans were different, the tribes, the different diets and foods you ate, to the hair textures and all that. But today, the modern Pan-Africanism is become a revamp, and those practices weren't taught from the modern the first establishers, the forefathers of Pan-Africanism that understood them nuances. So today it's just we're all Africans, the scattered brain shit, skin complexion, we all black. But then again, when you say we're all black and it's about skin complexion, you don't realize you're bringing other people that may not even be of African descent within that fold as well. So you're bringing Indians, Australian Aborigines, Malaysians, all kinds of shit. Like you're doing that whole black skin complexion thing. That's really more of a psyop and a mind fuck of a hodgepodge of confusion.
I'm not even going to lie now. I'm more confused than I was confused at the beginning.
Rexford. What I said. Did you get what I was saying, bro?
Yeah, I have an idea of what you're saying. One of the reasons why I actually decided to have this topic was because of the quote-unquote differences, whether real or perceived, that are said to exist between Black Americans and
Yeah, why a lot of Nigerians be whispering? Hey, Pombo, is that you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool, man. Just to get a little background, would we consider you FBA by our criteria, or are you from another country? Your lineage is it from another country?
So my understanding of FBA is Black American, correct?
Well, not just that. Like, do one of your parents trace their lineage to slavery?
Yeah. I mean, my father is African, or I mean, he's black. I wouldn't call him African American.
I
I
mean,
would
it
say
don't
he's an
matter. It don't matter
American.
what you call it. For us, for us over here in this channel, we're not caught up in the titles like that. We just want to know a fact. Would you trace one of your parents' lineages to American slavery? That's all.
Yeah. I mean, that's
All right.
so.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
That's
just
it. That's
trying to
it.
make the
That's
difference
it. Okay. Okay,
between.
dude. Wait.
Okay.
Slow down. I asked you a question and you're asking a question back
Okay.
without adequately answering my question. So you already added confusion. Okay, so you said you could. Okay, so according to our criteria, you would be FBA. That's all. All right, so go ahead what you were saying.
Okay. So I'm new to this FDA thing, so I'm just trying to
Okay.
understand.
Sure.
Is I see similarities with FBA as well as the Pan-African movement with like because they're both both ideologies are stemming from slavery. And am I wrong on that correlation?
Yeah, you could be wrong because I don't believe every Pan-Africanist believe that. Okay, so Pan-Africanists don't really stand by that because you have when you say slavery, are you okay? Well, you gotta be clear. You might be right. When you say slave, see, this is the issue with you. You're just saying terms. When FBA speak and we say slavery, we're always talking about American slavery. Okay, so when you say Pan-Africanism, that goes from the continent of Africa to America to even to the Caribbean. So you got to be kind of
Caribbean, yeah.
okay. So you gotta be clear when you say Pan-Africanist from what, from where? The Caribbean, America, or Africa?
So I would consider I'm under the impression that it's all of the most recent slavery push.
Okay, so hold on. So
the most
wait, hold on.
Okay, okay.
Let me help you out. Cause like I said, you're the one confused. You said that. I'm not. Okay, Ibram Ture, you heard of him?
No.
God damn. All right, Patrice Lumumba, you heard of him?
No.
Nelson Mandela, you heard of him?
Correct. Yeah, I've heard of him.
Okay. So Nelson Mandela, if I don't really know much about him, I know his name, but if he had Pan-Africanist views, he would be a Pan-Africanist, but he wasn't part of a slave trade. That's why I said when you say certain things, you got to be specific. Pan-Africanism isn't just limited to the Caribbean or America or the diaspora. It extends all the way to Africa. That's why it's called Pan-African. So,
well, the difference.
Wait, look. I want you to be more, okay. Cool. So just be more specific. Just say Caribbean, America, or Africa, and that will be easier to answer your question. Because now I know where you're speaking from.
Okay, so I appreciate this dialogue. So I was just saying the correlation is both based on slavery, but I'd say that's probably
but that's not true because Africans were not enslaved. So you missed it. Slavery, Africans sold us. African did not endure slavery. That's something the Caribbean endured, and Americas. That's a diaspora. Brazil, Africa endured colonialism. So I'm saying is when you try to limit it to slavery, then you don't know what Pan-Africanism is. That's wrong. Pan-Africanism okay. Go ahead.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to cut you off. But my understanding of the difference now from that point is that I'm just saying it both stems from slavery. But what I'm saying is that how you look at it is different. Africans, they want to support and go back to the people who sold them and have a unity with the people who sold them.
No. That is called Marcus Garvey Pan-Africanism. That's not Umar Johnson Pan-Africanism. You dig? So that's not
perfect. It's called Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey.
Right, and nothing about that is African. You see what I'm saying? Frederick Douglass is American, Marcus Garvey is Jamaican. So you see, so his school has nothing to do with Africa. So what I'm saying is, and he's a Pan-African. He's Papa. He's the Prince of Pan-Africanists. And he's not trying to bring people back to Africa. So yeah, so Pan-Africanism all don't say go back to Africa. So I'm just correcting you. So you got different types of Pan-Africanists. Some say go back to Africa, and some say don't go back. Stay where you are.
Okay, so I appreciate this FBA movement because I feel like the Black culture needs to appreciate America, and the fact that it says America in the group means that you want to make America greater or make it better, or in a sense, like you don't want to leave America at all. And in a lot of other movements, they seem like they want to leave America. Am I right on that, or am I wrong?
Yes, you're right. And I got a question back to you because my name is Unbiased Ron, and I like to I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm very educated in this space. So I got a question back to you. Are you a conservative?
Yes.
I know you are. Okay? I know you are. This is my shit, my boy. So you're in the right place. Now listen, let's start with that. Okay? You're going to die tonight. All right? I'm going to make you famous.
I've already died.
Okay, well, you're going to die again. No, but you're going to die in our space. That's more important. If you die in your own time, that don't count. We got to witness your death. All right, so we're going to start here. Do you believe systemic racism is alive today?
No.
Okay. Do you believe systemic racism ever existed?
Systemic racism ever existed?
Yeah.
I would say no.
Okay. R.I.P. What is the definition? Okay,
I would
wait.
disagree with that.
Okay. You're going to die right now then by my next question. What is the definition of systemic racism in America?
I mean, pretty much the textbook definition would be blocking, making it very hard to be able to have opportunities or to be able to gain things.
Okay, so you're a bad conservative. So do me a favor, just pause for a second, go to Google and type in systemic racism definition and read that to me right now. Because you said it never existed. So go to Google and type that in and read the definition. You're gonna die that fast.
Well, you can just read it to me if you want.
No.
Okay.
I know it. I know the definition. You don't. So this is educational for you. So go ahead and take a break. I got time. Yeah, I'm gonna make a meme out of you though. Trust me. So go ahead and go to Google and type in systemic racism definition and just read that back to me. I'm not doing it for you. I got time. I'm hungry. I'm making a damn burger, so I got time. And let me repeat again. My name is Unbiased Ron. I'm undefeated on the internet. I never took an L to nobody. Okay,
well,
and you ain't.
No, it
is. No, it is because you said it never existed. Okay, so you got to prove that this is a battle, my boy. You called in the right podcast.
So
I am a debater. So go ahead and read that shit to me real fast.
I guess it's just a different point of view on this because I'm trying to understand.
I don't care.
That's all.
No, we'll do that later.
My point
we'll do that.
I'm just trying to understand.
We'll do that later. We'll do that later.
What you're saying.
Okay, cool. We'll do that later.
All right.
But let's establish some facts here.
Systemic racism is a complex interplay of practices, policies, and beliefs deeply embedded in society systems that predetermine and reinforce racial inequalities. Unlike individuals overt racism, systematic racism operates structurally and often unconsciously, creating disadvantages for people of color across various facets of society.
Oh, so that's a real thing. So you just read. So you said one thing. Just
because I read it.
Wait. No. Okay. Well, brother, listen. Terms got definitions. Okay, so you could say pink elephants are real, but when you define a pink elephant, if the definition say it ain't real, it ain't real. So words got definitions, right? So when wait. No. Okay, don't talk over me because we're not gonna be stupid. I know you're not a dumb conservative. Like when you speak English, conservatism.
I'm not
Cool. No. It's all. Look, I know what you're doing right now. This is called crashing out. Because this is called an L, and like I said, okay, because you're being retarded now. You questioning the definition of a word that existed. So you just Google systemic racism, and it said a system that's designed to cause people of color at a disadvantage. Okay, now what you did not do was type. So now do this right here. Give an example of systemic racism in America, because the way you phrase the question to AI, I don't know if that was accurate, okay, because it was like kind of all over the place. But I want you to be more specific now. Wait, no, not yet, because we got to get this out the way first. No. That way we don't answer.
We want to. I'm not moving the goalpost. I'm talking about the same topic.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna put you on mute real fast. No, we're not doing that. We don't need new revenues. You're on mute. So while you're on mute, you can unmute. But first, Ask Google, give you an example of systemic racism in America. Do that real fast. You're dead. You're dead. And you're an example. I got a curse family, forgive me, but you're an example of people who can't fuck with me. That's what you are. I knew exactly what you were by you talking too much. You're conservative, and now you're dead. Y'all can't fuck with me at all. Y'all easy money. And I'm gonna embarrass your boy Myron Gaines real soon. The same way I'm doing you. So while you're on mute, go Google an example of systemic racism in America, and we'll go from there. And then you can unmute yourself. All right. So you could let me see. Wait. Okay. So unmute yourself and go do that first, and then ask your question. Read that first, and I promise you, once you read that to me, you can ask your question. Because I ain't trying to dominate the space. Unmute yourself. You got to do #9 or whatever they want you to, but do that first. Do your #9, whatever. Unmute yourself, and while you're doing that, ask AI to give you an example of systemic racism in America. Because you said it never existed. Now that's not a conservative talking point. Like you so dumb, you don't know conservative talking points. I've never heard a conservative say it never existed. They usually deny at a certain they deny at a certain point. But even like the worst, even like Jared Taylor would tell you it existed. Nick Fuentes would admit it existed. So for you to say it never existed, like you're the first dumbass to say that represents the conservative ideology. Okay, so that unmute yourself, bro. This #9, it'll tell you. Unmute yourself. It'll tell you how to do that, bro. It's not that difficult. Okay, so now he wants to remain on mute, but he's dead, family. Matter of fact, while he's trying to act like he don't want to do it, I'll do it for him. Okay, because I want the chat to see. I want the chat to see. Okay, I'm telling you, man. Like these guys who don't know who I am, they think I'm a Tariqite, a Adolfite. They call in and realize, no, I'm a big dog like them. I ain't nobody's son. I ain't nobody their grandson, or nobody's my baba either. Where's my elder? I'm on the same level as everybody else when it comes to research and studying. Okay. So while he's making an excuse not to get off mute, okay. Okay, so while he's making the reason to not come off mute, this is just for the chat. Now, he by the way, he called in, family. He can easily unmute himself. It's a #9, #8, one of those things. All right, because when I had somebody on yesterday, I muted them, and they got off mute so fast. That means they're used to being muted. Okay, so we're gonna read together an example of systemic racism. And then I gotta get off, family. Y'all could go to y'all can show our brother the holy FBA Codex some love and tune into his lives. Because he be having some interesting angles on a lot of things. Hold on one second. Let me this burger set. Hold on. Okay, so we're gonna read together. Damn, brother, you just added content for tomorrow. Systemic racism is a form of racism embedded within laws, institutions, and historical practices that results in the unfair treatment of racial minorities. And that's obviously Black Americans. There was no other minority around here during the late 1800s and early 1900s. Okay, so now he would have to deny the signs. Oh, now we read it. It's racist laws embedded in institutions and historical practices that results in the unfair treatment of racial minorities. So now he has to deny, and he sounds like a person, what they would say, of color, right? So now he got to act like he never seen those whites only signs and the four color only signs. That is literally an example of systemic racism. Okay. So he's going to pretend that he cannot unmute, but really, we really don't need him to unmute. He's dead. You dig? He just dead. All right, family, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna check you guys out in the morning, and believe me, I will replay this. We got his name in the chat. We got his name on the Zoom. We got him. So I will replay this tomorrow morning as an example to don't F with unbiased Ron. Okay. Now that's why I love the fact that I named my channel FBA News Updates. I love the fact that I did not put my name in the channel, because I don't want people to like be afraid of me. So when they say, "Hey man, you're going to be invited to FBA News and Updates," they're like, "Okay." Like, it's like, "Who's that?" And then they find out who that is when they pull up, like he just did. So I immediately knew he was conservative. He started laughing. Okay, it's easy for me, and I know what questions to ask him. He's out of here. You're dead. All right, family, we're out of here. Peace. Love you guys. Tune in tomorrow morning. Wait. Before I hang up, let me check the chat. I gotta be respectful. Gary Barrett says, like, subscribe. I agree. Pops from South says, you can find some, and maybe within any discipline to be creditless. Someone pull up hand. Bro, I don't know what you talking about, posture stout. But just some day says they brought medicine, music, and other things. They are represented in. Oh no, I'm bugging. I need glasses. True Pilgrim, peace, family. YouTube mastery. Babies begging in the street on the dirt road, and the doctor was horrible. Bruce Omega, peace of you. Who else out there? We got Pinky says good night. What up, fam? Says Cali, Kill, Gore 67. Yeah, this was an easy one, bro. Number one, Switchblade. Peace to you. Family, we are out of here, man. Love you. Tomorrow morning. Pull up if you can. Peace.